Good money, baby. It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with another bag talk. Y'all already know how I'm coming with these bag talks. It's the end of the year. We're wrapping up 2023 and we want to keep our finances in mind. So today we're going to talk about things that are keeping you stagnant with your finances and how these things are costing you. So y'all drop the comments in the comment section. I'm going to shout you out. So these are some things that's keeping you stagnant with your finances and how these things could be costing you. Number one on my list, shacking up. Y'all already know what shacking up means. It means living with your significant other while you're unmarried. And that's costing you emotionally. The things on my list, it's not only costing you financially, but we're going to go into how these things are costing you because everything has a price. So the number one thing, shacking up, living with your significant other while unmarried. One of the most important financial decisions will be who you choose to be in a committed relationship with, a marriage with, or who you choose to have a baby with. Study shows that married people make more money. Now, that's if you're married to the right person, because you can also be in a relationship with the wrong person and they could be costing you financially, emotionally, and so on. If you're not married, but you're living with a partner, you're likely to be unsure about this person. So you're likely to be spending money with, on, and outside of this person, but you're unsure about them. Although we can't predict how much of a future we will have with a particular person, if you're unsure about this person, your investment into this person is too unpredictable and too risky, and you can't afford it. Staying too long can cost you so much, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, psychologically. And you may end up bringing a child in the world out of wedlock. These things are costing you. So I chose shacking as the number one thing that's keeping you stagnant with your finances because choosing the wrong partner is costing you entirely too much. And you can do bad by yourself, baby. Period. The second thing on my list, things that's keeping you stagnant with your finances and how these things are costing you. Listening to too much rap music. Psychologically, it's programming your mind to spend your money recklessly. So this is costing you mentally. The rap music nowadays is promoting that you go to nightclubs 5 days a week. Money Mondays, $2 Tuesdays, Woman Crush Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Freaky Fridays. Then on the weekends too, that's just too much money. Now you gotta buy an outfit for every day of the week, new shoes, drinks when you get there, food, and all of that stuff. It's costing you. Rap music is costing you. Then they promoting the strip club lifestyle. Of course, that's costing you. Gambling, street gambling in the casinos. They promoting designer clothes, bags, and shoes. That type of stuff is costing you. Foreign cars, exotic vacations, tricking off, excessive drugs, alcohol, sex, and risky activities. Just living a busy, unbalanced life is costing you. And it can end up costing you more in more ways than financially. It could cost you mentally. Sometimes physically it's taking a toll on you because now you tired as fuck from doing all of this stuff every day of the week and it's not really benefiting your life in no kind of way. The third thing on my list of things that's keeping you stagnant with your finances is your same friends. There's no growth. There's no change for better in the friendship circle. Even if you're trying to do the right thing, they start making fun of you and start talking crazy to you because you want to grow and level up in life. So this is costing you socially. Nobody is leveling up. Everybody still have the same high school mindset. People are secretly competing with one another. People are being ultra fake with one another. Like I said, you might be the only one in your friend group that's actually doing something, trying to level up, that's actually got something going on outside of just being friends with somebody. None of your friends support your growth. This is costing you socially, financially, and sometimes emotionally when it's time to detach from certain people. Just keeping it a buck. Another thing that's costing you that's keeping you stagnant with your finances and how it's costing you is not having a budget. This might be one of the most important ones, in my opinion, because money allows you to make certain decisions in your life, period. But if you still don't know exactly what's coming in and what's going out, in other words, if you don't have a budget, this is costing you financially. One way to figure out what's coming in and what's going out, you got to look at your pay stub. You know what you make in gross, hourly, or salary if you have a salary. And so look at your pay stub to see what's being taken out as far as taxes and deductions. That way you know exactly what net amount that you're bringing home. This number should be consistent unless your wages change or taxes change. You want to write down all of your monthly expenses and activities. And sometimes you need to work it backwards. So you need to know how much will it take to cover all of your basic necessities. That way you need to know how much money you need to be making. Okay, baby? Without a budget, you have no control of your money. No plan means you have no focus and you can be easily distracted and swayed in any kind of way financially. That's costing you financially. You not having a budget is not only costing you financially, but it's costing you socially, mentally, emotionally, causing stress and depression because you don't know where you are with your money. If you're just tuning in, we're going over things that's keeping you stagnant with your finances and how these things are costing you. The first thing on my list was shacking up, living with somebody that you're not married to, you're not sure about. You're investing too much of your mind, body, soul, and money into a person that you're not married to. And that could be costing you the most because emotions are there, your spirituality, financially, physically, and psychologically, it can change your way of thinking when it comes to romance. That's costing you. The second thing we said was listening to too much rap music. Psychologically, your brain is being embedded with things that make you want to spend your money recklessly. So listening to too much rap music is costing you mentally. It's costing you. It's driving you to spend your money recklessly and do risky behavior and activity, baby, that can ultimately leave an unbalanced life. And that's costing you. The third thing on my list that's keeping you stagnant with your finances is your same friends. This is costing you socially because you're unable to level up in the way that you should be. And you're missing out on opportunities because you're stuck in these same friendships. So that's costing you socially, financially, and sometimes emotionally when it's time to detach from certain people. That can hurt. The fourth thing, what I just went over, is not having a budget. This is costing you financially because you don't even know where you're at financially. So that costs you socially, mentally, emotionally, and it's causing you stress and depression in your life unnecessarily when all you have to do is sit down and write down your monthly expenses. You know what's coming in. If you don't have enough money coming in to cover your basic necessities, baby, that means it's time to increase your income. Don't ask me how you're going to make new money, but all I need to know is that it's legal. And you can afford the things, your basic necessities, like a roof over your head, food, your transportation so that you can get to the money. Okay, things like that. If you're not making enough money, baby, you need to figure out a way to make more money to cover your basic necessities. Once you're covering the basics, then we can move forward and level up. The fifth thing on my list that is keeping you stagnant with your finances. If y'all just tuning in, good money, baby. Barbara Brown, good money. Tony Clapton, good money. Kay Davis, good money, baby. The first thing on my list was shacking up. John Sands, good money. Living with somebody that you're not married with. That's keeping your finances stagnant, baby. Okay? Studies are showing that married people make more money. Married people are more wealthier and healthier and happier. That's if you're married to the right person. The second thing, listening to too much rap music. Like I said, rap music is psychologically making you make bad decisions with your money, baby. So listening to too much of that, whatever you're taking in, that is causing you to live a quote unquote busy, because it's a difference between being busy and productive. You just being busy, living an unbalanced life, And it's costing you mentally, financially, sometimes physically, because it's taking a toll on your body, baby. You just doing all these frivolous things. The third thing, like I said, your same friend group. This is costing you socially. It's holding you captive of not leveling up. Everybody still got the same high school mindset, secretly competing with one another, being ultra fake with one another. You spending too much time with these fake people when you could be spending more time alone or with different people who want to help you level up on your journey. So this is costing you socially, financially, and like I said, sometimes emotionally, because you become attached to these people. Now you know that it's something wrong and you have to kind of fall back and detach, and that can kind of hurt sometimes. Not having a budget, baby, that is costing you financially. Karen Nelson, good money, baby. We going over things that's keeping your finances stagnant and how it's costing you, because things could cost you more than just financially. It could cost you in different kind of ways. It can cost you spending too much time in one place when you know it's time to go. Not having a budget, that's costing you. Not having a plan, you don't have a focus. Now you easily swayed. And now you spending money that you don't even have because you don't have discipline, baby. You need discipline in your life. Another thing that's costing you or keeping your finances stagnant is not cooking at home. And I know this sounds cliche, but for real, you really do save more money when you're eating at home. And that could be costing you not only financially, but physically. Now you're looking like an Oompa Loompa because you eating all these fast foods and dining in restaurants that's not necessarily healthy for you. With different prices of buying from fast food and dining in restaurants, it's hard to keep a food budget because you got to think about it. You're just spending money every day, multiple times a day on fast food. And that can get expensive. Think about your household size. You could be eating too much or you could be eating too less if you can't afford the outside food. Okay, so you want to have a food budget. When you buy groceries and eat at home, you do not have to spend unnecessary money on food on a daily basis. That can get really expensive. Not only expensive, but it's also unhealthy, which could cost you your health ultimately. So, not eating at home and cooking at home is costing you physically, financially, emotionally, and socially, because now you're being socially awkward because you feel nasty after eating all of this food. DeWine Davis, he's talking about you talking about me. Hey, I might be, but I'm talking about you for a reason. We talking about things that's keeping your finances stagnant. Another thing is procrastination. You suffer from cognitive dissonance. Did I say that right? Dissonance. My bad. You're suffering from that because deep down you know that your actions and your behavior is not aligning in what you truly believe in. So that's kind of costing you spiritually. You know that you cannot afford to keep living the way that you live. Okay, baby? You don't even enjoy doing the same things that you and everybody around you have been doing for years. Okay, baby? That's taxing to your soul. That's costing you. You want better for your life. You don't want your kids to have to suffer in ways that you did while you were simply just trying to survive. But you bullshitting. And now that's costing you spiritually, emotionally, financially, and socially. You can't even climb up the social ladder because you're procrastinating. Tony Clapton said, yep, you stepping on some toes. Look, it's the end of 2023. We might as well go out with a bang, baby, okay? The next thing that's keeping you stagnant with your finances and how it's costing you is your attitude. Your attitude towards life, your attitude towards money, your attitude towards principle, your attitude towards authority, your attitude towards hierarchy. Now, we all love to say that nobody is better than you and all of this stuff, but you still don't respect hierarchy. You don't respect people who doing what they got to do every day to be a better person. You don't respect that. That's costing you morally. You love playing victim. You have trust issues. You think people who are giving you solutions are judging you. You think that people think that they better than you when they ain't even thinking about you. You act like somebody owe you something. Okay, baby? You want something for nothing. You give the bare minimum. Baby, your attitude is costing you. It's costing you morally. It's costing you socially. It's costing you psychologically. And then ultimately, it's costing you financially because you're afraid to get outside of your comfort zone and do the best that you can. Your attitude is costing you. The next thing, Tony Clapton says, truth hurts, keep dropping it, period. Karen Nelson, good money, baby. She says 2024 negative got to go. Period. Anything negative around you or anything stagnant around you, baby, it's time to move. It's time to move the vibration, baby. Okay, so the next thing on my list, for those of y'all that's just tuning in, we're talking about things that's keeping you stagnant with your finances and how these things are costing you. The first thing on my list was shacking up. It's costing you too much. It's costing you emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically, psychologically. And ultimately, you can do bad by yourself. So just shacking up and being in the wrong relationship is costing you entirely too much, baby. I'm sorry. Listening to rap music is costing you mentally, psychologically, and ultimately financially because it's having you doing reckless things with your money. Just listen to our rap music nowadays. It's costing you, okay? It's actually making you a little bit dumb too, just to be real. Your same friend groups is costing you. It's costing you socially, which ultimately will cost you financially and sometimes emotionally when it's time to detach. The next thing was no budget. Having no budget, in my opinion, is one of the worst things you could do because money allows you to make decisions. I know money doesn't buy happiness, but poverty don't buy shit. Okay, baby, excuse my French, but am I right or wrong? So this is costing you financially when you don't have a budget. We want to work on that. I keep stressing budget because I'm aware that I'm dealing with people that's just getting there. So we have to baby step. We have to baby feed. Okay, so I'm aware of that. Not cooking at home is costing you. It's costing you financially, but it's also costing you physically because now you're looking like a Oompa Loompa when you can just cook at home, baby, and cook more healthily. And you know your hands are clean because you don't know who cooking this food nowadays. Okay, baby? I'm just saying. John says, he says, really good video today, Dime. Thank you so much, John. Thank you for supporting. The next thing is procrastination. Procrastination is costing you spiritually because you know deep down your behavior and what you really want out of life is not aligning, baby. So it's taxing on your soul when you know you want to be doing the right thing. You know you want to be with one woman and do right by your kids. You know you want to save money and leave an inheritance for your kids. You know you want to buy a house. You know you want stability in your life, baby, but your actions is suggesting otherwise because you keep on procrastinating. So that's costing you spiritually, emotionally, financially, and eventually socially because you're going to be getting left out because you're procrastinating. So while everybody else is moving up the food chain, you're standing still. Okay, baby? My next thing was your attitude. Your attitude towards life, money, principles, authority, and hierarchy. It's costing you. It's costing you morally because you're loving to play the victim game instead of just getting on board with the rest of the people and doing what you got to do to win, baby. Okay? So, your attitude is costing you morally, socially, psychologically, and financially because it's shutting doors for opportunities. You're in your own way. Okay, baby? Okay, the next thing, I didn't go into depth on this one, was thinking that you have time. That's the next thing on my list for why your finances are stagnant and how it's costing you. Because you think you got time. So I go over this a lot. Failing to plan for retirement and death is the main reason why Black people do not have generational wealth to pass down. Once you got these things planned and you're constantly updating them whenever it's needed, that's one less worry and you can sleep better at night. Okay? Knowing that your family will be good if they were to lose you. But thinking that you have time is costing you. It's costing your family and your legacy, because you're going to be the one leaving them with debt and heartache and heartbreak, okay? They ain't even going to be able to grieve properly over your death because you didn't leave them nothing, baby. So you need to hop on board and get you some life insurance, some health insurance, disability insurance, do some estate planning, okay? Retirement planning. If you're failing to have these affairs and orders while you're still breathing, living on earth, that will cost your family. It's going to cost your family's well-being, their stability, emotionally, financially, and psychologically. Again, they won't even be able to grieve properly because you failed to plan, okay? They can't even take a week off to just free their mind, relax, just continue to grieve, or maybe a month off or a couple months off because you didn't plan properly, okay? Now they got to lose the house because you didn't plan properly. This just how it go. We see it happening every day, y'all, so we can't keep thinking that we have time and we don't need to plan for retirement and death. I know it's a hard thing to talk about, but I'm telling you, once you have those things in order, you can sleep better at night knowing that your family will be okay. Okay? So these things are taxing you in different ways and ultimately keeping your finances stagnant. I'm not going to hold y'all long. I do got some errands that I need to run this morning. So if you're just tuning in, you might want to play it back. But I wrote down, how many was that? 8 things that's keeping you stagnant with your finances and how they're costing you. Shacking up is number 1. Listening to rap music is number 2. Listening to too much rap music, because I ain't gonna hold you. I like rap music. I was a rapper in the past. But I don't even listen to rap music because it's costing me mentally. It made me want to do frivolous things with my money. It made me want to get into risky behavior that I have no business doing, baby, okay? So I'm being mindful of what I'm taking in, all right? And what I'm putting out. Your same friend group, that's costing you, okay? You got to make some changes. Having no budget, that's costing you. Not cooking at home, that's costing you. Procrastination, that is costing you. Your attitude, that is costing you. Thinking you have time, that is costing you. So these are some things that's taxing you and costing you in different ways and ultimately keeping you financially stagnant. I thank y'all so much for listening to me today. I hope y'all get out here and get some of this good money, baby, and I'll see y'all next week.